Hi everyone, it's Maddie. Welcome back to my channel. Today we will be discussing my latest Quota bag offer from Hermes, my first one for 2025. I've already revealed this bag through a reel, through a YouTube short, through a TikTok video, and so without further ado, I'll just get into it so that everyone who just wants to know what it is can click out, although I think I'm going to put it in the thumbnail too. So here is my Birkin 25 in rose Sakura Swift leather with palladium hardware. I am beyond thrilled. This is like the holy grail bag, I feel like, for me. I'm a pink lover. I recently fell in love with the Birkin 25 after getting my first one last year. I just am beside myself with this offer. I think it's such a stunning bag. I'm very excited to have it, to use it, to look at it, to everything. And I'm just beyond excited and so happy. So this is the bag. If that's all you want to see, there it is. If you're interested in story time and some color comparisons, we will get into that. I think, like, before I dive in, I will just say, like, oh my gosh, I have been making handbag videos on YouTube for a long time. I mean, I took a long break, but I also started right in 2014, mostly with Louis Vuitton videos. Although my first video, I think, actually was a Chanel video, was the Chanel GST. But I will say, nothing really sparks ire, bullying, like attracts trolls, like a Hermes bag or Hermes discussion. Like, it is just, there is just something about Hermes that I don't know. And I have like lots of friends where we could have a fun time talking about Hermes. I think it's like, I don't know, maybe the way that it's set up with like the unavailability, or just like, I don't know what it is. I will say, like, yeah, Hermes unboxing videos are maybe like some of the most popular videos that I record, besides like bag collection videos. But gosh, are they contentious and then, like, I don't know, like discussed in snark forums. There's like a whole snark thread on the purse forum, which I was really sad when I found it, because I love the purse forum. Like, I've been on the purse forum since like 2012. Like, I have like my little OG logo on my purse forum account. I love the purse forum. And then it was like having people talk shit about me on the forum that I felt like I was a part of the community just felt really bad. That felt bad. But yeah, I mean, I don't think those people would have any remorse for making me feel bad. I think that was like their intention. So, but anyway, that was just really weird to find, you know, because I felt like, I feel a sense of ownership with the purse forum, and I was just like, oh, you hate me. Like, okay. But I mean, I don't want any of that to take away from my excitement for getting a rose Sakura Birkin. I feel like, you know, light pink, baby pink, it's just like such a, like, it's such a great color. And like, pink people are kind of like purple people, like, we're crazy. I talked about this with like the Bulgari watch, like, so I feel like there are these certain colors with Hermes, like 5P pink, rose Sakura, even rose darling, which I have my rose darling bullied here. We'll do a color comparison. I just feel like they get these like cult followings, and it just feels really extra exciting to me, and I think other pink lovers, to be offered these bag colors. It's so gorgeous. It's so beautiful. It's so me. There are so many outfits I know that I'm going to wear with this bag. And like I said, I fell in love with the Birkin 25 when I got my first one last year. So maybe we could start there. So this is my Birkin 25 in GRAIL and Togo leather. So she's open-ish right now, so she doesn't have her full flap, so it's not a full comparison, but the rose Sakura is in Swift. In the past, I believe they made a Clemence version, if I'm not wrong. I think it was special order. And maybe there is some Rose Sakura Chev, but for the most part, the Rose Sakura Birkin is Swift. And I've said it before when discussing my Kelly back here in Rosette. I think it's because Swift just takes, well, two reasons. Swift takes color so gorgeously beautiful. Like, it is the like softest, silkiest, most beautiful way to, I think, demonstrate color. Whereas with an Epsom bag, because it's like textured, it kind of gets like a two-tone characteristic almost to it, because it's like, it's stamped. It's like caviar, right? It's pressed leather. And it's, when it's in these lighter colors, like I've seen some, like, for example, mauve, Sylvestre, like the color of this Pegasus charm, in this color, and it's kind of like there'll be a darker purple and a lighter purple. This charm is actually all Swift as well. So it's a really pretty demonstration of the color. Versus Chev, I think, is quite light and it has more grain to it. And Togo, you know, like I think with Togo it's more bright colors, but even then you get the texture of the natural texture of the leather more, which it's a different look. And I don't think that for lighter colors, I just really think the Swift is most beautiful. Now, of course, Swift is also one of the lighter, thinner, and softer leathers. So it is more delicate, but it's not as heavy, and it will kind of like lose shape over time. I just saw Je Suis Lou. I'm sure you follow her if you follow me. If you don't, go check her out. If you like my videos, you'll love her videos. She just got a pre-loved Rose Sakura, I believe. I believe it was pre-loved. And it has a little bit of slouchiness and shape loss towards the bottom, which will inevitably happen over time with any Swift bag. Now, my Kelly, and I wasn't planning on talking about her, but now that we're into the leather of it all, come here, baby. My Kelly has done pretty well so far, and actually with the Kelly, I've traveled with this bag, so not that I like squash it into my luggage, but she got a little squashed. I mean, like, she was in my carry-on luggage, like, but you know, I put other things inside to keep the shape. She's still doing pretty good. So this bag is from, oh my gosh. So last year I got the Birkins, and then the year before, so it was 2023 that I got this bag. So she's, yeah, now 2 years old. Still looks great. Still looks great in my opinion. This is Rosette in the Kelly 25. My two pink bags. Oh my gosh, they're just so pretty. This is obviously like a really, you know, like blushy. I always say it's like the color of my cheeks kind of pink. And this is like a true, I think Sakura pink is the way to put it, like cherry blossom pink. So that is a little bit about, I don't even know where I'm going. We're just like, I'm just having fun. I'm just like so thrilled about this bag. So now, earlier this year, I got my mini bleed in the Rose Darling color, and this is Chev. Now that we're talking about leather, so you can, I hope you can see it's maybe blown out a little bit, but there's like more texture to the leather. And I would say Rose Darling is really, really light colored compared to Rose Sakura, and more cool toned. I was thinking that Rose Darling, you know, it's kind of like almost like strawberry milkshake, whereas next to it, Rose Sakura almost looks more like peachy pink. You know, and actually it almost feels like Rose Sakura is a more milky version of Rosette, like on a, like a gradient. Like if you added white to Rosette, you would get Rose Sakura versus Rose Darling being a progression. Now it's hard to tell because it's comparing Chev to Swift. So it's a little bit of a progression. But anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to start this video on the downer note about like Hermes videos, but like, holy cow, you would not believe. Okay. And then this is, I just want to put the Mauve Sylvester on so you can really get the color to color. You can see that the Mauve Sylvester, apologies, pardon my lack of French. It's almost like purple in comparison, like a lavender. This is like a true pinky pink color. And then these are the two, or this is the Twilly design that I picked. It's actually the same Twilly design. This is what I love when it's like a two-sided Twilly, and then you do one on one side and one on the other. So it's like matching, but not quite. I did the same thing on this one with the Twillies I got in New York. So story time on how this bag came to be, because as you will have just seen a couple of days ago, I finally posted my New York bag haul. This actually kind of matches the purple in the Twilly. This is cute. It's kind of cute. I'm not mad at that. I feel like it's like different enough that it's like contrasty. Okay, anyway. Yeah, so you probably just saw in my New York haul, you know, I had declined some bags while I was in New York previously. And I know you shouldn't ever feel pressured or bad to like not accept a Quota bag, because you know, it's like, you don't need to, right? I mean, first of all, they're too expensive, that you should not be accepting things that like you don't really love. And like I said, I was like struggling to articulate. I was like, it's not like a burden to have one of these Quota bags, but I'm like, it's almost like a responsibility. I don't know. It's like, I don't want like 20 Birkins. I mean, like in my heart, maybe I do, but in my mind, I think it would drive me crazy unless I had like a wildly different lifestyle, right? Like I'm just a normal girl who likes bags. I'm not like a, whatever, princess of Genovia or whatever. So anyway, I knew I was doing the right thing by being really selective about which Quota bags I accepted. Like I said, I've like almost kind of adopted this mantra that's really helped me, but also like, I don't know, it just makes a lot of sense for me, where I'm like, I have a lot of bags. And I keep saying, I say it to myself, I say it to all of my sales associates, I say, you know, like I say, I already have a lot of bags, and it's true, right? It's a lot, and I don't need more. It has to really be something special. No, that's all that to say. I have a lot of pink bags, especially after this year. But I have a lot of bags. I don't need another bag. So it's okay, nay, required, that I am super selective with what I accept. So I turned down the Mini Kelly. I turned down a Vert Peppermint Birkin that was Swift 25, which actually would look so cute next to this, but I don't need it. But I need a friend with one so that we can like go out and she could be wearing green and I could be wearing pink and we could be like Fairly Odd Parents vibes. I don't know. Anyway, I digress. So it's the Vert Peppermint 25, the Mini Kelly, the Birkin 30 in Ostrich, which was really, really, really beautiful, but out of my budget at the present moment. And then a Birkin 30 Blue Glacier Gold Hardware that I thought was too similar to this. And maybe it wouldn't be, because like I discussed in my other video, a Birkin 30 and a Birkin 25 are very different use cases for bags, if that makes sense. But everything happens for a reason, because while I was in New York, this bag was actually on display in the display case. And, you know, we were talking about bags because I had just, you know, been like, it wasn't like, I wasn't so obsessed with a Mini Kelly. And so I was like, I can't buy it. Like, I'm so sorry, because like we had a plan that was the one, and I deviated from the plan and I felt really bad. But of course they were like, no, like, no, don't do that. Like, of course, like they get it. Right. And I was like, I said, I was like, but let me know when the bag, this bag, I was like, well, let me know when the bag on display goes up for sale, you know, because they sell all this display bags, right? And they're like, it's not like Louis Vuitton where everybody comes in and touches it. Like if they do let someone try it on, it's like they make you put a glove on, like it's fine. Excuse me, I'm talking a lot. But it was kind of like, I wasn't like, tell me when it goes on sale. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm kind of just being like silly. It's like my drier sense of humor, but also, I mean, I was wearing like head to toe pink, which is why like the biscuit looked so weird with the outfit. And so like we tried on a whole new outfit to try the biscuit. And I was like, I'm forcing it. But anyway, I was like, yeah, just let me know when the pink one goes on for sale. And it was like, ha ha ha. And I was like, no, don't worry. I have like so many bags. So then literally earlier this week, I get a text, your bag's ready for you. And I'm like, what? Are you kidding me? Because it's like, it's also just like, it's not like a thing. Like more goes into it on the sales associate's end to get allocated a bag to give to you. So it's like so many things have to fall into place for something like that to happen, even if everybody wants it, right? Like even if everybody like wants that thing to happen, so many things have to align. And it was like, oh, can you like come get it this week? And I'm like, ugh. So I checked the Amex points. Thank goodness I've been doing a lot of shopping this year because I have a lot of points. And yeah, I booked a flight on points. So I was like two things, right? Like I wanted to go pick this up. It's like the bag. It's just like the correct thing. They went through all the trouble to get it. I'm like, I better go show up and collect, right? Like, geezo. I had the time. But like, I kind of just didn't want to be away from home anymore. Like I've been traveling so much for work and I love being home. I love being home with my husband and my dog and I love my life. And I just like want to be here drinking wine and doing nothing with my husband. Like that sounds like glorious to me. Like, and with my dog, and I love my dog. So I was like, I don't want to be gone that long. And so I booked this rigmarole. I documented it on Instagram. So if you don't follow me there, go check it out. I thought it was funny. I got on a plane. The flight was 10:50 p.m. Friday night. I landed 6 a.m. East Coast time in the morning, showered at the lounge, had breakfast, I had coffee, then took an Uber into the city. Then I had breakfast while I waited for Hermes to open. Then I had an appointment right at opening time. We chatted, we laughed, we picked up Twillies. We were like, I was delirious. So like, I don't even remember half of it. I'm sure I made a wild impression on the store. And then I was like, oop, gotta go. Ubered back to the airport. So that was 2 o'clock. My flight was supposed to board at 3:30, but it got delayed. And so I actually didn't end up being wheels up until 5:30. And then I landed at 8 o'clock. And then by 10 p.m. I was showered in bed next to my dog with my new Birkin in hand. So I guess not in hand in bed, but in my home. So it was an adventure. I probably, like I already go to work, New York several times a year for work. And so I probably wouldn't do that excursion for many other combinations of bags. But given what had just happened and what I had said and the way I feel about this bag and the color combination and everything, I was like, I need to do this. And I texted my husband while he was at work. I was like, would you support this? And he was like, yes, because I know. He just knows. He knows me. Like, right, if you know me, you know this bag is like for me. It's not like I'm here trying to talk you into like a navy blue, right, like Kelly 28. Like, I mean, that's a beautiful bag. There are lots of people that I actually can think off the top of my head that would look so incredible with that bag and it would fit right in. But you would kind of be like, oh, like cool bag, but I don't really get it. I feel like with this, you're like, I mean, you have to, the walls are pink in here, you know what I mean? Like it's, yeah, I'm so happy. I so then, it's like, as we're chatting, he's immediately like, well, what's next on the wish list? Like, so what are we doing for your, like, you know, he's like 2 quota bags a year. And it's like, dude, I don't know. I have so many bags. I feel like I have so many bags. I don't even know what would be next. Like, obviously, like maybe a mini Kelly, but I'm also like, I rejected that mini Kelly. So like, I don't know, maybe it's just not for me. Maybe it's the color combination. Maybe it's the touch too, because I haven't, like I said, made my decision on exotic leather yet. I haven't decided on it. I don't know. I just like, it's the granola. It's the my hippie mom in me. It's just like, it's not good. Even though I've read all the stuff. I don't know. I need to just make my own decision, but I haven't yet. It's not really like a critical thing to decide on as of yet. So, but yeah, this is the bag. I'm just like, I'm so thrilled. I'm so happy. Okay, what now? Now that we've gone through a million story time, let me talk numbers. It's so funny. I just want to say, like, your sales associate is not your accountant. Like, people are gonna like roll their eyes and like make mean comments when I say this, but it's not a mathematical formula. It is, when they pull up your profile at Hermes, they literally just see how many quota bags you've had that year. That is like the biggest number. Then there's like your spend, of course. Then there's like how much they like you in their head. Like, that is the first probably thing that pops up, right? Because we're all humans. Like, as a human, you think of a name, you immediately feel something: happy, sad, like annoyed, frustrated, like, right? Like, so, and this is for the US. I mean, I don't know what, but it's like the first thing that pops up before your sales associate sees anything on the screen in their app in terms of pre-sale is what they're feeling in their head. At the end of the day, everybody is a human. And so just treat it like any other human action. You get what you give. Some people are friends and some people aren't, and you can't force people to be your friend that don't want to be your friend. Like, some people connect, some people don't. You can't force a connection that's not there. It's just like, it's human, whether you like it or not. I know everyone has a job to do, but at the same time, like, even though I'm very professional at work, there are people at work that I like more than others that I will do more for because I like them. And that is a part of the human condition. That's why social capital is very important. So curate social capital in your life. Okay. By the numbers though, because people love the numbers. My last accepted offer was October 2024. It was my Birkin 25. That was 5 months at 0.9 to 1 ratio. However, in 2024, the Togo, which is less expensive than the Swift, the Togo was 11,400, and this Birkin, their receipt price, 13,300. Tariff. Tariffable. Yeah, I know, right? Ouch. Swift was already more expensive than Togo, but I think this is then with the 10% tariff price increase that Hermes took on. So here's the thing. There's like many nuances to calculating this pre-spend thing. Do you include the bull lead? People feel different ways about it. Okay, so I did buy a bull lead. So there's a calculation with, calculation without. Also, keep in mind, my first bag offer this year for 2025 was in April. It is now June. So like, I've turned down several, but I've continued to spend. So like, after the Vert Peppermint offer, actually I bought the bull lead. So it's like, you know, like I said, it's not a formula. Do not try to arithmetic your way out of this one. We're talking, it is a system without rules. Rules are meant to be broken. Rules apply to some people, not other people. Pretty privilege, whatever, just pure privilege, nepotism, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't know how people create these calculations. It's like, how do you get into Harvard? Well, you have to have a high GPA, but also a bunch of other stuff doesn't hurt, right? Same thing with Birkin. It's like that's actually a good comparison, except for one of those things will impact your life a little bit more than the other. One of those things is a material good, but it's like exactly the same thing. Okay, anyway, it's like exactly the same thing, right? Okay, so October 2024 to June 2025, that's 9 months. This was $13,300. Not including the bull lead, I spent $13,130 approximately. Don't ask me how I subtract that. That's 0.98 to 1. That's less than 1 to 1. You don't get a prize for that. You don't get rewarded for that. You just get called a liar or whatever. Okay. But with the bull lead, it's 1.5 to 1. But like I said, we're not accountants. Hermes is not an accountancy firm. It is not a gift with purchase. It is not, it's an art. It's an art. It's like getting into Harvard, right? I could tell you 100 different things that could help, but also at the end of the day, it's humans making human decisions, doing human things. It's availability, it's matching, it's stack ranking, it's, it's competitive, right? So it's like sometimes running a 9-minute mile means you come in first place. Sometimes running a 4-minute mile means you come in first place, right? So are these metaphors falling apart? Kind of. But yeah, I guess I didn't have to say all that. I guess I could have just said, here's my Birkin, I hope you enjoy it, and then go. But there's so much, like, I feel like mystery and misinformation and like just stuff out, people selling classes on how to get these bags. Oh my gosh, do not pay anybody anything about how to get a bag. Like, if you're gonna do that, just buy it secondhand and pay the markup, because do not do that. Do not sign up for anyone's like secret tips and tricks website. It's all already out there on the internet / you already know, like you already know how to get into Harvard, right? You already know how to get a quota bag. Now, there are certain rules, right? Which maybe like, I think the 101 stuff can be very informative if you don't know. Like, you have to shop with one sales associate, you have to build a relationship, online purchases don't count, like that 101 stuff. I think that really helps. But anything beyond that, where it's like buy 2 mugs and then 1 lipstick, and then it's like, no, that's alchemy. That's like never gonna work, right? So don't pay attention to that. But I think like, yeah, the 101 stuff where it's like same boutique, same sales associate, regular purchases, like you're not gonna buy bags on your way to a quota bag. Like, it's like basic 101 stuff. Yes, that you should know. The loco mocha choca stuff, just consider it's humans, right? So how you're dealing with every human is kind of different. So take that into account. And dream big. Dream big. Don't settle. Buy only bags you love. Like, and if you don't love bags, if you're doing it for someone else, if you don't actually just love it yourself, 100 people could tell me this bag was fucking ugly, excuse my language, and I would still love it just the same. It is not, yeah, it is not for anyone else, it's for me. It could just be me, my husband, my dog here in the house, me with this bag. Oh, don't I look so cute? And that would be enough. That would be enough. And I share online because it's fun, and like, or it can be fun. Sometimes it's fun to share with other people that are passionate as well. And it's a community, and that's really fun. But don't do it for anybody else. Just do it for yourself. And yeah, I'll get off my soapbox. Oh my gosh, why is this video so serious? I got a pink bag. It's pink. It's cute. Oh my God. Don't drop it. I love it. I love it. 30 minutes later, and we're still at the same place we were when we started, which is my bag. Oh my gosh, she's so pretty. That's all. That's all. Who wants to come over and have a glass of champagne and stare at my bag together? Because that sounds like fun to me. All right, I hope you all are having a really great day. Thank you so much for watching this video, especially if you made it this far. Please give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already, maybe. If you're new here, welcome. And otherwise, I will see you in my next video. Okay, have a great day. Ooh. Have a great day. I'll talk to you later. Okay, bye.